Know much about the history of Singapore, and I'd like to learn more about it while I'm here.
Great, you will definitely will over the next 2 days, I'm sure. Okay, so is there anything? Oh, and how about you, Lionel? It's great to have you back here once again. Yeah, how do you feel to be back in Singapore?
It's probably my 10th or 20th time, I can't remember, but I can't get enough of it. It's just an amazing place. And I'm here again, so hi guys.
Yeah. And is there anything that, Tristan and Andy, have you heard anything about the event itself, SDGCC? Did anyone tell you about how great it was last year?
Yeah, indeed. I was very flattered to be invited, in fact, and I got in touch with Matt Fraction and Kieran Gillen, who were kind of comic guests last year. They both had nothing but good things to say about their experience here. They were wildly enthusiastic about it, and I can see why now.
And I'm sure the audience as well as your fans are really excited to see you to be here in Singapore. Could you tell us a little bit about your current work? What are you currently working on?
I'm currently working on several different projects for different publishers. I've been writing a series called Lenny Zero for 2000 AD, which is a futuristic crime caper in the world of Judge Dredd, but without featuring Judge Dredd in it. I've been writing a limited series called Snapshots, which is my first ever creator-owned work, actually, that I'm doing with Jock, the artist who drew my series The Losers, our series I should say, which was turned into a movie a couple of years back. And of course I'm writing Doctor Who for IDW, which as a Brit is kind of a big thing, but Doctor Who's a national institution in the UK. I'm glad to say that with the new series it's become a lot more global than it used to be, so it's kind of a big thrill for me to be able to write the adventures of the Doctor. But just putting words into the Doctor's mouth is kind of that kind of geeks me out slightly.
You're working on like so many different projects at the same time.
Yeah, it's weird kind of multitasking. Sometimes it's difficult to jump from one thing one day to something else the next day, but yeah, you have to just switch one off and jump into the next thing.
Right. How about you, Lionel?
We are launching a new Marvel Now title. It's called Indestructible Hulk. It's going to be coming out in a couple of months, I think, and it's with Mark Waid, and I'm really excited about it. And I just wrapped up my series with Mark Miller, Super Crooks, which came out a couple of weeks ago, and also AVX versus number 5. So I've been doing Marvel stuff and Icon stuff. So, yeah,
wow, sounds really exciting. And for you, Tristan?
For me, lately, I just moved to Los Angeles from New York after 15 years there, so starting up a whole new life in Los Angeles, which is really exciting, because most of my focus these days is on my fine art and my mural work. And in Los Angeles, I have huge landscape and invitations to paint all the time. So I can develop my mural work more, which is exciting for me. But also moving to LA, I moved there to further develop a TV show that I wrote for Disney Television. So I've been developing that for 2 years, and that's been an exciting process. I've never done it before. I don't know what I'm doing at all. So I'm learning as I go, but that's been very exciting. But the biggest project that I have coming up is next spring with Google, and created this crazy project to go out into the middle of the ocean in the North Sea off the east coast of England and paint 7 abandoned World War II sea forts that are these huge, big, forgotten structures that used to shoot down Nazi aircraft, and then they became pirate radio stations, and now I've been given permission to paint all of them. So that's the craziest thing I've ever done in my life, and we're in the process of planning the logistics of that for next spring, and Google is going to give us support on the project to create a street view and satellite view around them, because they're in the middle of the ocean. So that's the biggest thing outside of my paintings that I'm working on right now.
Wow, so you guys are all packed and with so many different projects, and you must be very, very busy. But thank you for making your time to actually come down to join us at SDGCC. Really, truly appreciate that.
Thank you, it's an honor.
Thank you. So what can the fans look forward to from you at SDGCC, and what are you looking forward to at SDGCC? If we can get a word or two from each one of you.
Well, for me, a few things with the events like this. I always love meeting fans and talking to collectors, because I never get a chance to do that. And another thing that's a nice treat is getting to see some of the artists that I know and never get to see, because a lot of us are traveling all the time or live in different places. Devil Robots are really good friends of mine. I can't wait to see them. And Simone and these people. So that's a nice treat. And I think for me, at this booth. I'm excited. I've never had my own booth at a convention like this. So I'm bringing lots of artwork from this new body of work of mine, prints and some sculptures and exclusive toys. And then this painting over here is one of 2 canvases that I'm going to be working on over the weekend, and I'm going to give away the 2 paintings at the end of the fair. So on Sunday night, well, over the course of the fair, everyone puts their business cards in a little box, and then I choose one at the end of the weekend, and they can have it.
Wow. So you're going to be having like a raffle draw thing,
Yeah.
and a lucky one.
Yeah, why
to
not?
take that home.
Sure.
Wow.
I don't want to bring it back with me in the plane.
Right. Thank you. And how about you, Lionel?
I have a booth at F36, and we have some. I'll be signing comic books, all their comic books. Just bring them over. I'll sign them, and I have some merchandise that my wife and I came up with. I might do some commissions, but I'm not sure yet because I think it's gonna be a busy show. I also have 2 panels tomorrow and Sunday with Andy Deagle, and also I'm not sure with also with Mark Brooks, a Walk of Fame event. But yeah, it's going to be an exciting show, and I'm actually just looking forward to enjoying the show myself and go around.
Definitely. And Andy?
Yeah, I'm very much looking forward to the show. I mean, the best thing for me at these things is always meeting the fans and getting to interact, one-on-one. I think one of the things I love best about the comics industry is that there is a real closeness between the fans and the creators. It's not like, there's not this artificial divide like you get in Hollywood or something like that. So yeah, I think that's great, and I look forward to being able to, you meet a lot of aspiring writers and artists at these things. It's always, good to give them a little bit of advice on how they can help get into the industry. Because I got a lot of useful advice when I was a kid starting out. I'd like to try and pay it forward. Yeah, obviously I'm looking forward to just enjoying the show. My 5-year-old boy is obsessed with robots. And I told him that Asia has by far the coolest robots in the world. And when he found out I was going to a toy show, he was kind of like, "You gotta bring me one." So we spent a little while Googling for cool stuff that I could maybe bring him back. And now I now have to find, what is it, a Robotech Zentradi Battlepod. That's my mission. If I go back to the UK when there's a Zentradi Battlepod, then he's not going to let me back in the house. So that's my mission.
Sounds great. So I really hope that you guys can spend some quality time here at SDGCC and have some quality communication with your friends and fans. And for you, Andy, of course, get your battle robot. Okay. All right. So, well, Andy, Kirsten, and Lionel are here today, not just to have a conversation with me, but they're actually here on a very special mission, I should say. Okay, so yeah, Lionel and Tristan are going to actually be doing a live sketching, okay, on the spot right here in this venue, and it is going to be signed with some kind of like a special command by you, Andy?
Yeah, and I have no idea what it's going to be. So anyone has any ideas, now's a good time to tell them.
Yeah, so are you guys ready to start sketching?
Let's do it.
Let's get into it. Yes.